I'd really love to do something with Varun. It didn't work out for us to do the dance film together because of Bharat. I always said that I should be playing Indira Gandhi.
Yeah, you should be, of course.
I know.
Yeah.
Awards are amazing, awards are incredible, but the first and foremost test you have to pass is with the audience. We'll be proud when the audience sees it on that Friday of release. Or in this case, I think Wednesday of release. Hi, this is Katrina Kaif on Bombay Times Online. You can watch the full video on E-Times.
Welcome on Bombay Times Online, Katrina Kaif.
Thank you.
When we talk about your journey in Bharat, in the movie, it's quite uncanny, you know, because you had shared a post, uncanny in a good way, that you had shared a post with Ali Aba Zafar, a picture that, you know, you have to come back to me, congratulating him when, you know, Priyanka Chopra was finalized. And finally the role comes to you. So don't you somewhere feel like, you know, it was destined to be, you know, to play this role?
Actually, I never said anything like that. I think that's a little bit of media confusion. But ultimately, I think the most important thing is every film has its own destiny. And ultimately, for whatever the reasons were, when Ali gave me the script of Bharat, I felt it was a beautiful film. I felt it was his best script. I've read all of his scripts, right from Mere Brother Ki Dulan to then Sultan to this film, even if I was a part of the film or not, because he's a good friend of mine. I've always read the scripts that he's been working on, and I really felt that for me, Bharat was the most special script. I absolutely loved the character, which I'm playing in the film, Kumud, and I felt it was an incredible opportunity for me to really work on something which I really was excited about and to create something really special.
Talking about the movie, what has attracted you the most in terms of the role you play, in terms of Salman's role, in terms of the plot for the movie? What has attracted you the most?
I think it's just a very, very special story. I think it's a really wonderful story about a man who, he's in search of his father. It's the story of a man in the country that spans over, I think it's about 35 years, 30 to 40 years. And what this guy is going through, what is happening in his life, what's happening in his mind, the people in his life. So Kumud's character, the character I play, is the woman in his life and is there with him right till the end of the film. And this is a very, very beautifully written film. I think there's a lot of emotion, there's a lot of action, there's a lot of entertainment, but the way that Ali has written it is very new. I like the way he told the story. I just liked what his message was with the film.
And the term they have used to call you, address you as Madam Sir.
Yeah.
That's quite a nice name. But I think even Salman, for that matter, keeps on, you know, leg pulling you most of the times at the event. Sometimes you say that, you know, don't call me Bhaijan, call me Mehdijan. So your equation with Salman, you know, has been there since the time you have started, you know, your career in Bollywood. Have you seen any change in him as an actor and as a person?
Yeah, I think he's constantly growing, he's constantly evolving, which I think is what we're all trying to do. At the end of the day, you know, I think as media people, we often highlight the fun elements or the you know, the easy elements of two people who are known entities, whether it's Salman and myself. But the fact remains that when we're on a film and when we're working, whether it's Ek Tha Tiger, whether it's Tiger Zinda Hai or Bharat, we both come as professionals. We're there as professionals, and nothing, I think, matters more to me than my work. And I can think Salman can say the same thing, that his work is extremely important for him. And we are very, very conscious, Ali, me, Salman, all of us, that we really are here to try and deliver the best possible film we can to the audience. It's not about having fun. It's not about, you know, doing masti on the sets. No, it's not that. We are actually just really, really trying to create something that we can all be proud of and be proud when the audience sees it on that Friday of release. Or in this case, I think Wednesday of release.
Yeah, because of the Eid and all.
Yes, because of the Eid release.
Yeah. So also, one more thing was Salman recently said that he should be winning a national award for this movie. Somewhere, you know, to be honest, seeing you evolve as an actress, be it in, you know, Thugs of Hindustan, be it in Zero, be it in Bharat, we have seen that, you know, that thing in you that you have evolved as an actress. Don't you somewhere feel that, yes, he's right? Or do you agree to this statement?
I feel that the ultimate judge of the film and your performance is the audience. And I think when they see the film, we'll have we'll have the judgment, like, you know, whether it's hit the right notes, whether it's created that impact. everyone associated with the film, obviously, because we put in so much hard work, and we've all been on set, so Salman's seen the process that we've gone through in the film. It's wonderful to feel that, but the ultimate judge is going to be the audience and the release.
So don't you want the national award?
I mean, right now, the most important thing for me is awards are amazing, awards are incredible. That confirmation or that affirmation of the work that you do is a wonderful thing to feel as an actor. But the first and foremost test you have to pass is with the audience, because that's who we're making the film for. And that nowadays, I think you can tell quite quickly when a film is accepted. You know, you get a sense by literally the next day, I think, to how well the film is accepted.
In fact, recently during the Cannes Film Festival, came as a surprise that Hollywood movies were not there. Most of the Bollywood movies were not there.
Okay.
So don't you somewhere feel the audience somewhere now understand that this is a massive film and somewhere you have to draw a line, and now the audience doesn't take up with every movie. What do you have to say on that?
No, I think each and every movie is individual, and each movie is judged on its own merit. I don't believe in a commercial cinema and Masi cinema and non-Masi cinema. I think these are just terms that are thrown about without having any real meaning. Every film needs to be judged on its own unique experience. When you sit in that cinema hall, have you been entertained? Are you enjoying the movie that you're seeing? Do you feel when you get up and you left that, yeah, this was good 2 hours worth of my time? That's the judgment.
Which was the last movie which you liked actually personally, if you have watched any?
Last movie which I've liked. Give me some examples.
Gully Boy,
Gully Boy, very good. Gully Boy, yeah. Outstanding film. I mean, I love Zoya. I think she's one of the finest directors we have in the industry, and I think Gully Boy was really wonderful experience working with her, and I absolutely loved Gully Boy.
Talking about your character in the movie, it's not that only Salman is undergoing changes in the movie when it comes to makeup, prosthetics and all. We see different looks of yours, and to be honest, here you look like Indira Gandhi. So tell us something about
I always said that I should be playing Indira Gandhi.
Yeah, you should be, of course.
I know.
Yeah.
I always said that. I said that, and obviously this was not our intention, but with prosthetics you can push your look towards to look like somebody.
Yeah.
I would have said that actually many times.
Would you love to play that?
I would have loved to do that. Yeah. Really love to. But yes, the character I'm playing, Kumud, it spans over 35 years. So you will be seeing different looks. We've tried to keep the looks very true to the era that we were showing. So I think the first one where you see my character, Kumud, is 1975. And I think it's about 1983. And then I think it's 1995 and 2010. So Ali tried to pick, and with the lady who also did the styling for us, Veera, who's incredibly talented, they wanted to pick very unique elements that were true to that era, but not the filmy elements. Okay. So the first thing that I said to Ali when I signed this film is, I said, when he said 70s, I thought Buffon. I thought, Sharmila Tagore and that whole Buffon look, and Ali was like, no, see, this is the filmy version of that, or this is a version of that we remember, but I want to do something very, very real in this space, and that's when we kind of came up with this look of these curls, and we just felt it pulled everything together right for the character.
And how was it working with Sunil?
Sunil Grover.
Yeah,
he's fantastic. He's such a spontaneous actor, and we spent a lot of time on set chatting in between shots when we had time, and just discussing everything from life to philosophy to love to acting. It was just really, really wonderful working with him. He's done an incredible job in the film. Absolutely love him.
In the current plot, is there any actor who is your favorite or you would like to work with? Varun Dhawan,
I think there's so many guys who are. I mean, there's so many. All of them are doing well. I'd really love to do something with Varun. Varun's a dear friend of mine. He's a good friend of mine. It didn't work out for us to do the dance film together because of Bharat. So, but definitely I think we're always looking and thinking to do something together. I think Ranveer Singh is doing some amazing work, and I think it'll be a lot of fun to do something. Adi always says that it'll be fun because I think his energy and his madness is just really, really nice to be around.
What's next with Katrina Kaif after Bharat?
But just gearing up for the release of Bharat now, and after that will be Suryavanshi, which is Rohit Shetty's film, teaming up with Akshay after a long time.
Yes. So you'll be seen playing a cop. Can you just reveal some details?
I'm not playing a cop in the film, but I think we'll talk more about that closer to the release.
One last, comment from your end. What you want your viewers to tell, to know about Bharat, and to request them to watch the movie.
That I think it's a really, really special film. It's a film which has an absolutely fantastic story, and I think the best thing about Ali Abbas Zafar, who's the director, is he has a very, very unique voice, and he has a very unusual way of telling something, which even if we feel that these are emotions and these are certain beats in the story which are fairly classic, he has a very, very unique way of making it very, very original and new. And I think there's been a lot of heart and soul in the film, and it's a good experience.
Thanks a lot,
filmmaking
Katrina.
experience.
Thank you so much, Katrina, for your time.